None of these attractions are ready yet, of course, but the park will open with the basic tour you're about to take. And then other rides will come online 6 or 12 months after that. Absolutely spectacular design, spared no expense.
And we can charge anything we want, $2,000 a day, $10,000 a day, and people will pay it. And then there's the merchandise. I can personally...
Donald, this park was not built to cater only for the super rich. Everyone in the world has the right to enjoy these animals.
Sure, they will. I mean, what, we'll have a coupon day or something.
Yes.
Gee, the lack of humility before nature that's being displayed here staggers me.
Well, thank you, Dr. Malcolm, but I think things are a little bit different than you and I had feared.
Yeah, I know. They're a lot worse.
Now, wait a second. Now, we haven't even seen the part where
Donald, let him talk. There's no reason. No, I want to hear every viewpoint. I really do.
Yeah, don't you see the danger, John, inherent in what you're doing here? Genetic power is the most awesome force the planet's ever seen, but you wield it like a kid that's found his dad's gun.
It's hardly appropriate to start hurling generalizations.
If I may, I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it. Well,
I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
I gotta tell you, right out of the gate, Jeff Goldblum is one of my favorite actors. And Jurassic Park is a fantastic movie, fantastic. But what he says is terrifying. He's talking about the scientists that are going full bore into extracting DNA from an extinct species and meshing it with lizards today, and all of a sudden coming up with dinosaurs they can mix with mankind. And one of his famous lines in the movie Jurassic Park is, we're so busy caught up in the idea of how to do it, we never even asked the question, should we? And I think as we're approaching talking about topics like artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things, which is what this episode is about, we have to ask the question, should we be messing with this kind of stuff? I'm all for technology that furthers people, makes our lives better. I'm all for that, but not at the expense of mankind. Can't be at the expense. Now, you're going to get some people that will say, well, this is just a program. It doesn't know anything. It only does what you tell it to do. If you want it to write a novel for you, you can get it to write one of these novels, one of these books. That's today. What about a month from now? What about 6 months from now? 30 years from now? Because again, this is terrifying. If this gets into the wrong hands and somebody hacks this program and takes over it and decides, you know what, I'm going to use it for something else, how do you switch this thing off? How do you eventually, when it gets to a point where it doesn't want to be turned off, and this is very futuristic, obviously, but we could be months away from this. We could be 6 months away from this. We have to have this conversation. And I say, put on the brakes. I say, hold up, give it a year. Let's give it a year. All the top scientists, let's just pause for a second and let's build a type of framework that if the program were to morph outside of the parameters that it is working in, maybe it should turn itself off. Maybe it should delete itself. Something like that. If we don't have anything and we're just going full steam ahead, I think we're setting ourselves up. And like I shared in another video, there are tons of scripture verses talking about the end times, specifically in the book of Revelation, where we are faced with a being that is created by man and given life to. There's the image of the beast. And we've known this for thousands of years. We just never had the technology back then to mess around with this stuff. Now we do, and now we're facing a real potential threat, a real potential enemy towards mankind. And this could be artificial intelligence. This could be a being that becomes sentient. And in the Bible, the first thing that this image wants us to do is to worship the beast, worship the devil. And those that don't get beheaded, or they don't get to eat, they don't get to work, nothing, because they need to take the mark of the beast, whether on their forehead, their right wrist, whatever it is. We're still not sure. All we know is this image is in charge. It's given all authority, which is interesting. That could happen. There's a reason why people are talking about this right now. It's not just hype. We have to really sit back and think about what we're doing right now. It's not fear mongering or anything like that. Like I said, I like it when things progress, but not at the expense of people. And if we don't have parameters in place and this thing has become self-aware, we may never see it coming. And that's my whole channel. My whole channel is about Black Swan events. And the funny thing about being in a Black Swan event is you don't know you're in it until you're on the other side, and whoever's left over from the mess can look backwards and go, oh, we should have saw this coming. Well, we can see this coming, and there are people saying we need to be careful. We need to watch out. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you got something out of this. Feel free to comment. I always appreciate your comments. Let me know. Like this video. Give it a thumbs down, whatever you feel. If you want to share this video, you can do that. But make sure and subscribe. If you watch this to the end, subscribe. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers. And we're just rocking and rolling here. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.